But right now, I have no strength left. You're weakly repeating, I'm not the one to blame. You mistook the person. Then Tadin Chow aggressively gritted his teeth, pulling away from you, pretending like you dared to seduce me. Bunny, hearing this, got heated. Do you even have the face to say that? Clearly, you were the one who touched me first. Wiping his mouth, his dangerous gaze narrowed. Bunny refused to back down. Sir, all of this is just your imagination. I've never met someone as despicable and shameless as you. I'll just pretend today was an accident. Finishing his words, Bunny trembled as he stood up and walked toward the door, feeling annoyed and cursing. Bodyguards, get out of the way! Don't block my path! Seeing they didn't respond, Bunny got mad. Are you deaf? Haven't you heard that smart dogs don't block the way? The bodyguards looked at Tadin Chow's expression, and after seeing him nod, Bunny was once again restrained and knocked out by Tadin Chow. Tadin Chow looked at the unconscious teenager lying on the floor and ordered to take him back to La Nguyen. Inside the La Nguyen bar, the system finally came online. It tried to shake Bunny awake. Hey, wake up! Bunny groggily opened his eyes, and the system told him he was knocked out by Tadin Chow's people. Brought back to his territory, Bunny was startled and sat up straight. Why is he like a sticky dog? It's like he can't let go. The most important thing right now is to leave quickly. But when she opened the door, those two bodyguards were still standing there. Bunny was frustrated. How long do you guys want to keep me locked up? Without the boss's orders, we can't let you go. Bunny quickly thought of an excuse. But you guys can't just ignore me like this. The two bodyguards exchanged glances. Then one of them took Bunny to the restroom. He reminded him to be honest. Bunny looked at the ceiling window above. Trying to muster the strength to crawl out, he was still thinking, how could a window be a problem for me? But as soon as he looked up, he saw two bodyguards with dark expressions waiting there. This kid really had a scheme. The next moment, the bodyguard was knocked out. A soldier appeared from behind and said, Mr. Lang, my captain wants to see you. Please come with us. Finally, Bunny fell into the hands of the beastmen. This mission was to attract Tadin Van's attention, but his reaction seemed a bit unreasonable. Moving on, Bunny tried to escape, but was saved by Tadin Van's subordinates. Mr. Lang, my captain wants to see you. Hearing that name made Bunny want to give up on life. It's like avoiding a melon peel only to meet a coconut shell. If things develop this way, it might be like the two previous worlds. So he decisively replied, I refuse. If you force me to invade my personal freedom, I will report you to the highest supervisory agency. At this moment, a person stepped out of the car. Tadin Van confidently declared, right now, Countess Alice is suspected of auctioning smuggled goods. You, as the adopted son of the Countess, hold the business in your hands. Please come with us for the investigation. Bunny was speechless. How annoying! This is clearly stuffing words into my mouth. If things develop this way, it might be like the two previous worlds. So he decisively replied, I refuse. If you force me to invade my personal freedom, I will report you to the highest supervisory agency. At this moment, a person stepped out of the car. Tadin Van confidently declared, right now Countess Alice is suspected of auctioning smuggled goods. You, as the adopted son of the Countess, hold the business in your hands. Please come with us for the investigation. Bunny was speechless. How annoying. This is clearly stuffing words into my mouth. Follow us to assist with the investigation. The little bunny is speechless, like, seriously, this is clearly stuffing words into my mouth. But these two brothers, one is pure and the other is dark, both are ugly, and in the end, the little bunny can only be forced into the car. Tadin Van glanced at him, saying that, in recent years, there have been people continuously trying to approach me, and you are the one who resembles my mindset the most. The little bunny understands clearly. Even though the book doesn't detail how the original host's plan was exposed, it's probably because, the moment the original host approached them, their thoughts were already seen through. No matter what, he had to leave before Tadin Van pulled him in. Once in the room, everything that happened next was beyond the story's content. Right, I forgot the original host is a green tea. He must maintain his character setup. Over here, Tadin Van asked him if he was very nervous, and the little bunny replied, of course, it's my first time being next to a big character like the chief, and just looking at you. Has already seen through my little tricks. It really scares me. Oh my god. After saying this, the little bunny internally scolded himself. He was about to lose it, his tone saying, this is too creepy. The little bunny asked the system if he wasn't on a mission right now. Surely he didn't need to be a green tea. Well, the system expressed that the leader didn't have clear instructions, but it should be fine. Tadin Van's gaze turned dangerous. Oh, the little bunny quickly waved his hand. You're so smart. I won't hide anything from you anymore. Since I was little, I had no parents. The Baron was kind to me, and I had no other choice. If you despise this behavior of mine, then just let me out of the car now. Tadin Van fell silent upon hearing this. His actions and words were inconsistent. After all, What is his true self? This point really resembles a cunning mindset. The little bunny also didn't quite understand this person. Why does he keep staring at me like that? Is he like a perverted little brother who doesn't want to let me go? He directly asked the chief. Don't you want to let me go? Do you have feelings for me? At this moment, the car stopped by the roadside, and Tadin Van replied, I hope you won't regret it. The little bunny was puzzled. Regret? What? Regret for not taking this opportunity to approach him? Please, these two brothers are so self-absorbed. He smiled with squinty eyes and replied, Thank you for the reminder, but my dictionary doesn't have the two words regret. But the next moment the system spoke up, saying it had a secondary mission, to use the similar appearance to leave a deep impression in Tadin Van's heart. The little bunny heard this and rolled his eyes. He had to wait until he finished speaking for the new mission to appear. Why did Tadin Van ask the little bunny? Why haven't you left yet? The little bunny's expression immediately changed. Chief, could you ask the driver to keep driving? This place is a no parking zone. Tadin Van, upon hearing this, was puzzled. The little bunny continued. I was just dizzy. My dictionary does have the two words regret. Tadin Van snorted coldly, then ordered the driver to keep driving. Inside, the little bunny was furious. System, you better come out. I promise I won't kill you. At this moment, a car appeared in front of them. The little bunny quickly jumped into action. Didn't he want to attract attention? He had a way. So, the little bunny pretended to be unsteady and fell into Tadin Van's arms. Chief, I feel a bit carsick. Tadin Van replied, Then you can get out of the car. The little bunny, even if he died, wouldn't sit up, replying no. Let me lie here for a bit, I'll be fine. Do you want to kick me out? No way. But just at that moment, his whole body. Let me lie here for a bit, I'll be fine. You want to kick me out? No way, babe, not happening right now. The little bunny freezing up isn't the only thing poking at his stomach. That beastman isn't exactly a good thing either. I mean, I want the little bunny to nibble on his own carrot, but the battle for the bunny is on with Hai Nam. The show is officially on, and before, we mentioned the little bunny trying to grab Tadin's attention on purpose. So, when he falls onto him, both of them are stunned, and the little bunny turns red, quickly sitting up straight, while Tadin is still. Super flustered, thinking about the awkward situation earlier, the little bunny can't help but sigh. Oh no, that thing was so big. Tadin still reaches out to lift the little bunny's chin, threatening him. Your tactics are way too weak. Do you want to know what happens to those who dare to tease me? The little bunny can only awkwardly laugh. I really get carsick, but I'm feeling better now. Then he hurriedly sits up straight. He intentionally keeps his distance from Tadin, thinking this is bad, but unexpectedly, he reacts to him at this moment. Suddenly swaying again, this time the little bunny really can't sit still, and falls into the arms of the captain, making a mess. His whole body is burning up. The little bunny stutters. I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to, as he tries to sit up. But then, Tadin presses his head down. You think you can come and go as you please? Open your mouth. Hearing this, the little bunny is confused. Does he mean that? 1,000 times no, don't do that. At this moment, Tadin urges him. Hurry up! The little bunny is sweating cold. I know I was wrong. He really wants to cry. Isn't this like hitting yourself in the foot? In the end, the little bunny really has no choice but to comply. He can only try to please the wicked beastman in front of him, serving him while Tadin won't let go. Van enjoys it, gritting his teeth, thinking, why do I love you so much? Yet you've been away for so long. Suddenly, a loud noise. It suddenly rings out. The assistant points ahead, trembling. Young master, look! There's a big motorcycle blocking the way. No one else but Tadin Chow. You stole my person and now want to run? The little bunny is startled. Peeking out of the car, why is Tadin Chow chasing after him? Tadin Chow gets out of the car and walks up to the little bunny, waving. With 2 fingers, he gestures, Get out! Tadin blocks the little bunny. What do you want, Din Chow? The 2 brothers lock eyes. Tadin Chow mockingly replies, Dear brother, you wouldn't misunderstand, would you? He's not your type. Tadin Van expresses that he understands this, but he won't allow Tadin Chow to take him away. He should know that even if a man looks like your type, you shouldn't dream of getting him. This directly angers Tadin Chow. Then he doesn't say a word and swings his fist at Tadin Van. Why waste words? He's not your property. The assistant rushes over to intervene. Oh, young master. Second young master. Why are you two fighting as soon as you meet? Tadin Van refuses to back down, swinging his fist. Aiming at Tadin Chow, it seems he forgot the consequences of daring to anger him. Tadin Chow sneers. Humph. Then he hops on the motorcycle. Today I'm here to play with you. Seeing his reaction, Tadin Van is super suspicious. He's gone, and suddenly he remembers something's off. Indeed, there's not a single bunny in the car, and the little bunny is furious. He'll bite that person too. Let's see how the beast man tames the little bunny. Previously, we talked about the two male leads fighting over each other. The little bunny has finally been taken away by Tadin Chow, and right now, the little bunny feels so speechless. Can you put me down? I'm so dizzy. Tadin Chow originally intended to ignore the little bunny, but unexpectedly, the next moment, he felt something from his butt. He couldn't help but let out a sound. Turns out, in a fit of anger, the little bunny had directly bitten his butt. Tadin Chow got mad and threw the little bunny down. With teeth that strong, they should be broken. The little bunny was scared out of his wits. Trembling, he covered his mouth. How dare you? Tadin Chow leaned in close to the little bunny. What do you think I wouldn't dare to do? The little bunny frowned. Cursing the infamous Da Luke, it turns out he's someone who doesn't know right from wrong. I haven't done anything to you, yet you want to target me. You basically have no reason. Tadin Chow chuckled softly. What if I don't reason with you? The little bunny understood that Tadin Chow definitely had his eyes on him, but if he thought about it, this could actually work in his favor for the mission. First, he had to find a way to turn this passive situation into an active one. So the little bunny spoke up to question him. You always say I'm a fake, but this body was created by my parents. I can't change my appearance. What do you really want? Tadin Chow frowned. Stop pretending that I'm forcing you. In my eyes, you're nothing. You're not even as good as the toenail of Tam Trong. Don't think I don't know why you suddenly appeared at the auction. The main purpose is to fit my taste. I like to play games and have toys around me, but I've never forced anyone to do anything. If you don't agree, you can leave. No one will stop you. The little bunny naturally didn't believe that this guy could be so kind. Over here, Tadin Chow continued speaking. Before, I did those inappropriate things to you because I couldn't control myself. Name your price. The little bunny was skeptical. Are you serious? Tadin Chow's eyes flashed with a dangerous glint as he replied. Of course, but you need to think carefully. Once you step out of this door, even if you and Countess Alice kneel and beg me later, I'll tell you to get lost. The little bunny felt like he was done for this time. This guy was stepping on his weakness. By principle, Tadin Chow was someone who did everything for profit. Seeing the little bunny silent, he took out paper, a pen, and a check for 500,000. Buying you once should be enough, right? The little bunny thought for a long time. After that, he stood up and walked over to Tadin Chow. Mr. Ta, talking about money will affect feelings. Whatever you like to play, I'll go along with it. Since we've come this far, then this bunny will play with you. Tadin Chow also became interested. Being humiliated by him with money, yet the other party could still understand. Knowing how to stretch is not bad at all. Tadin Chow reached out to hold the little bunny's chin. If that's the case, I'm still short a male servant. What do you think? The little bunny bit his lip again. Who said snakes know how to bully bunnies more than wolves do? Previously, it was mentioned that the little bunny was taken back by Tadin Chow, and he just happened to be in need of a male servant. So the little bunny was thrown into the utility room. From today on, you'll be responsible for cleaning this utility room. The little bunny knew that Tadin Chow wasn't anything good. Saying he was a male servant was really just making him a slave. So now, just clean up. Respond. Of course, but you need to think carefully. Once you step out of this door, even if you and Countess Alice kneel down and beg me, I'll still tell you to get lost. The little bunny feels like this time he's done for. This person is stepping on his weakness. According to the principal, Tadin Chow is someone who does everything for personal gain. Seeing the little bunny silent, Tadin Chow takes out a pen and a check for 5 million. Buying you out once should be enough, right? The little bunny thinks for a long time. After that, he stands up and walks closer to Tadin Chow. Mr. Ta says that talking about money will affect feelings. Whatever you want to play, I'll go along with it. If we've come this far, then I'll play along with you. Tadin Chow also gets interested. Being humiliated like this with money, and the other party can still know. Knowing how to stretch is not bad at all. Tadin Chow reaches out to hold the little bunny's chin. If that's the case, I still need a male servant. What do you think? The little bunny bites his lip again. Who said snakes can bully bunnies more than wolves, right? Earlier, it was mentioned that the little bunny was snatched back by Tadin Chow, and Tadin Chow just happened to be in need of a male servant. So, the little bunny gets thrown into the utility room. From today on, you'll be in charge of cleaning this utility room. The little bunny knows that Tadin Chow isn't anything good. Calling him a male servant is really just making him a slave. So right now, just clean up. Into the supply room. Starting today, you're in charge of cleaning this supply room. The little bunny knows. Tadin Chow isn't anything nice. Calling him a male servant is just a way to make you his slave. So for now, just clean up. Thank goodness he didn't make any outrageous demands. But seriously, what kind of creepy stuff is in this room? Tadin Chow is definitely a lecherous demon. Tadin Chow smirks. and I can feel that AI is silently cursing me out. As soon as he showed up, Bunny hurriedly tucked those boxes away. I only said what I said, not a single honest person around. Storing this stuff in the supply room? Right now, Tadin Sha leans in close to Bunny. Bunny freaks out and backs away. What are you planning to do? Tadin Sha chuckles lightly. Why don't you guess? Bunny is terrified by this. Don't be so petty, I just said you're a lecher. What's wrong with that? Tadin Sha looks at him like a predator. The prey, staring intently at Bunny. You called me a lecher, and if I don't do something about it, that'd be rude. Right now, wearing the outfit in that box. Bunny fearfully says, Can I take back what I just said? Tadin Sha replies, Of course not. So Bunny has no choice but to endure the humiliation and change. Tadin Sha watches Bunny get dressed. His eyes narrow. Bunny feels incredibly embarrassed. Is this enough? Tadin Sha states, Of course not. Enough. With that, he pulls out a feather. The game has just begun. From now on, I want you to pose, in whatever position I say, and you have to follow. Bunny swears in anger that one day he will kill Tadin Sha. Tadin Sha chuckles lightly. Aren't you supposed to be a professional? Bunny grits his teeth, that pervert. Damn it, how dare you mock me? So he couldn't hold back anymore and bit Tadin Sha's tail. Tadin Sha is startled, shaking his tail a bunch of times but can't shake Bunny off. He is glaring at Bunny with a threatening aura. Are you looking for death? At this moment, Bunny is fiercely biting Tadin Sha's tail. Tadin Sha casually says, I'll let you go now. You should leave first. Bunny is very suspicious. Are you serious? When Tadin Sha confirms, Bunny finally lets him go. Looking at the bite marks on his tail, Tadin Sha can't help but frown. Is this Bunny a dog? Bunny holds his face in frustration. That damn tail feels like it's made of iron. Just then, a loud noise suddenly rings out. Tadin Sha's expression turns cold. It's gunfire. His two subordinates quickly rush in. Boss, it's not good. Lam Vu's people have ambushed the bar. Tadin Sha snorts coldly, just in time. It's been a while since he's had a chance to unleash some fire. At this moment, the system announces the mission. BA actively participates in the gunfight at the bar. With Tadin Sha's attention, the opponent's people have stormed in. In Tadin Sha's mind, killing him here could save the old man. Bunny is confused. Oh great, the AI has a firearm too. How can you participate? Are you going to use this body to fight against bullets? Suddenly, that AI pulls him away, and Tadin Sha still has little humanity, pulling Bunny into a safe corner, reminding him what to do there. But don't worry, you're too interesting for me to let you die. The opponent starts firing. Tadin Sha, you're just a coward who knows how to hide. Little did he know, as soon as he finished speaking, he got hit by a bullet. Bye-bye world. All we see is Tadin Sha holding a firearm aimed at the opponent, disdainfully saying, Why waste words? Let's go. He's already taken down quite a few of the opponents left. Clearly, someone was losing their nerve, and one of them shouted loudly, What are you afraid of? Just kill him and save the boss. The boss is definitely going to reward us. So both sides immediately started fighting, but in the end, they couldn't hold up, and the group scattered, running away. Tadin Sha scoffed, saying they were just a bunch of sickly chickens at this point. Suddenly, Bunny discovered someone sneaking up from outside the window. Without thinking twice, he rushed out to take the bullet for Tadin Sha. Careful, Bunny felt pain all over his body. Like, what kind of trash mission is this? He had never even touched a gun before, and yet to save Tadin Sha, he took a bullet for him. When Tadin Sha saw Bunny faint, he lost his cool. To save Bunny, Tadin Sha was willing to sacrifice and peel off the hardest scale from the front of his body. Speaking of Bunny taking a bullet for Tadin Sha, when he woke up again, he was shocked to find himself soaking in a pool of blood. Bunny was totally stunned. Like, where the heck am I? Tadin Sha walked over and asked, You're awake? Bunny, confused, replied, Are you using me as your blood bag? Ah, Tadin Sha frowned at that. If the bathtub was filled with his blood, he would have turned into a dried corpse by now. Hearing this, Bunny pouted. Who knew you had such a weird idea? Tadin Sha leaned closer to Bunny and said, On the contrary, I want to ask how Countess Alice taught you the art of conquering a husband. Besides taking bullets for me, what else can you do? Hearing this, Bunny felt super hurt. Even if his motives weren't pure, he still took a bullet for him. What's with his attitude? So Bunny angrily pushed Tadin Sha's hand away, saying, If you can't talk properly, just shut up. I'll pretend I just saved a dog. Hearing that, Tadin Sha went cold and didn't say anything, but his subordinate couldn't help but speak up. What are you talking about? Do you even know that to save your life, the boss had to peel off the hardest scale on his body? If not, you'd still be unconscious in the hospital right now. Ungrateful brat. Bunny was surprised and looked behind him. Sure enough, the wound had completely healed. Tadin Sha really did save him. In this world, every beastman has their own special ability. And the special ability of Tadin Sha was the hardest snake scale, which has the effect of bringing someone back to life, but the price of peeling that scale off is extremely painful. This pool of blood was probably dyed red by the snake scale. Tadin Sha glared at his subordinate and said, "You're talking too much, get out." Then he turned to Bunny and expressed, "You don't need to listen to his nonsense. How could I pay such a high price to save a fake like you? If you've recovered, hurry back to your position as my servant." At that moment, Bunny suddenly reached out and pulled Tadin Chow's shirt. "I take back what I just said. Anyway, thank you." Tadin Chow snorted coldly. "Stop talking! Why are you still in the bathtub?" Bunny was surprised and exclaimed he was still planning to lazily soak a bit longer. If you ignore the color, soaking in this water was actually quite comfortable. Tadin Chow directly pulled Bunny out, holding him tightly, while teasing him in his heart. "I've seen plenty of rabbits, but to some extent, it's because of him that I dodged a bullet. What's with his attitude?" So the little bunny angrily pushes Tadin Chow's hand away. "If you don't know how to talk, shut up. I'll just pretend I saved a dog." Hearing that, Tadin Chow's face turns cold and he doesn't speak, but his subordinate can't help but chime in. "What kind of talk is that? Do you know that to save your life, the boss had to squeeze the hardest scale on his body? So Tadin Chow is cold and silent, but his subordinate can't help but speak up. "You talk like that. Not, you'd still be unconscious in the hospital right now." "Ungrateful brat," the little bunny hears this and looks back in surprise. Sure enough, the wound has completely healed. Tadin Chow really saved him. In this world, every beastman has their own special ability, and the special ability of the snake man is the hardest snake scale, which has the effect of bringing someone back to life. But the price to pay for peeling that scale off is incredibly painful. This color might be stained red by the snake scale. Tadin Chow glares fiercely at his subordinate. "You're wasting too many words. Get out." Then he turns to the little bunny and says, "You don't need to listen to his nonsense. How could I pay such a high price?" Glaring at his subordinate. "You're wasting too many words. Get out." Then he turns to save a fake? "If you've recovered, then hurry back to your position as a servant." At this moment, the little bunny suddenly reaches out to pull Tadin Chow's shirt. "I take back what I just said. Anyway, thank you." Tadin Chow snorts coldly. "To save a fake item, huh? If you've recovered, then hurry up and get back to your position as a servant." At that moment, the little bunny suddenly reaches out and pulls Tadin Chow's shirt. "I take back what I just said. Anyway, thank you." Tadin Chow snorts coldly and says, "Talk too much. Why are you still in the bathtub?" The little bunny is surprised and says he was still planning to lazily soak a bit longer. If you ignore the color, soaking in this water is actually quite pleasant. Tadin Chow directly pulls the little bunny out, holding him tightly, while secretly mocking, "I've seen many bunnies, but I've never seen a bunny as clueless as you. The blood from the snake scales can't soak for too long at this moment." Inside the headquarters of the Assassination Institute, Tadin Van was reading a book when a subordinate came in to report that Mr. Lang had been shot. Hearing this, Tadin Van was stunned. Where was he injured? The subordinate meticulously reported the injury was on his back, near the right shoulder. Upon hearing this, Tadin Van fell silent. Then he ordered to immediately send an invitation to Countess Alice. In a few days, the Ta family would host a banquet on the yacht. The snake beastman is indeed an arrogant demon, clearly smitten with the little bunny, but refuses to admit it. On the other hand, a new character has appeared. Could he be the villain like in other worlds? At this moment, Tadin Chow was holding the little bunny in his arms. The bunny felt extremely flustered until he was set down on the bed. Only then did the bunny call out to Tadin Chow, "Wait a minute, don't go. You have to get me some clothes before you leave. You brought me here. I don't have any clothes to change into." Tadin Chow directly threw his shirt to you. "Wear mine first. There are no clothes that fit you here." The little bunny was wearing his clothes, but no small pants? Tadin Chow calmly replied, "I can't lend you smaller pants, and you probably don't need to wear them anyway." The little bunny heard this. "Bartering, or can you buy some for me?" Although Tadin Chow outwardly disagreed, he still called his subordinate, ordering them to go buy for the little bunny. The subordinate, hearing his command, was very puzzled. "Boss, why are you buying those things?" Tadin Chow directly got angry. "Stop wasting words, just go buy." Then the subordinate asked what size Tadin Chow wanted. Tadin Chow secretly glanced at the little bunny, then replied loudly, "A little bit." Soon, the subordinate returned with the small pants. The little bunny looked up, holding back. "Tadin Chow, do you want to see me wear pants?" Tadin Chow coughed lightly, replying, "It's not like I've never seen it before." At this moment, the system popped up with a mission notification to participate in the yacht ball organized by the Ta family. to become the substitute for Tadin Van's white moonlight. The little bunny was left speechless upon hearing the mission. To join the yacht ball, he first had to get out of Tadin Chow's bar. Even though this bar looked no different from regular bars, and there were no subordinates of Tadin Chow keeping watch, this was definitely not simple. At this moment, Tadin Chow suddenly spoke up. "If you feel bored, you can go outside for a walk, but the whole street is mine. You can't run away. My toy." Hearing this, the little bunny was surprised, his eyes wide open. "Does this guy read minds? How does he know what I'm thinking?" The little bunny approached Tadin Chow. "I feel a bit uncomfortable in the bar. I want to go outside for a walk, not to escape. I know I can't run away." Tadin Chow snorted coldly. "It's good that you know that." So, the little bunny successfully got out of the bar. He didn't expect that on a regular street there would be countless people monitoring him. At this moment, the little bunny was suddenly pulled back by that AI. The person pulled the little bunny into an alley. The person raised a hand to their mouth, spraying something. "I'm in danger, can you help me? I've offended you. I don't want to be caught by them." At this moment, the person Tadin Chow sent to monitor the little bunny also rushed to the two. "Hurry, look up." The previous part mentioned the little bunny meeting. Tadin Chow secretly glanced at the bunny, then replied loudly, "A little." Very quickly, his subordinate returned with the underwear, and the bunny looked up, holding back. "Tadin Chow, do you want to see me wear it?" Tadin Chow coughed lightly and replied, "It's not like I haven't seen it before." At this moment, the system announced the mission to participate in the ball on the cruise ship, organized by the Ta family, becoming a stand-in for the white moonlight of Ta Ding Van. The bunny was speechless after hearing the mission. To attend the ball on the cruise ship, he first had to get out of Tadin Chow's bar. Although this bar looked no different from regular bars and there were no subordinates of Tadin Chow watching over, this was definitely not simple. At this moment, Tadin Chow suddenly spoke up. "If you feel bored, you can go for a walk outside, but the entire street is mine. You can't run away. My toy." Hearing this, the bunny was surprised, his eyes wide open. "Does this guy read minds? How does he know what I'm thinking?" The bunny approached Tadin Chow, saying, "I feel a bit uncomfortable in the bar. I want to go for a walk, not to escape. I know I can't run away." Tadin Chow snorted coldly. "It's good that you know that." So the bunny successfully got out of the bar. He didn't expect that on a regular street, there would be countless people watching him. At this moment, the bunny was suddenly pulled back by that AI, who dragged him into an alley. That person raised a hand to his mouth and sprayed something. "I'm in danger. Can you help me? I offended you. I don't want to be caught by them." At this moment, the person Tadin Chow sent to monitor the bunny also rushed to them. "Quick, look up!" The previous part mentioned the bunny encountering the police not only helped him avoid Tadin Chow's surveillance, but also helped him smoothly board the cruise ship. But if Tadin Chow found out he ran away, he definitely wouldn't let him off, because he had promised him he wouldn't run. Well, anyway, he couldn't swim across the sea to catch him. The bunny asked, "Does the system have the next mission yet?" The system replied, "This cruise ship ball is hosted by the Ta family, inviting the heads of 2 safe zones to negotiate peace." Unfortunately, during the negotiation, a misunderstanding occurred, accidentally injuring the host of the meeting, Ta Ding Van. Your goal here is to take this opportunity to sneak next to Ta Ding Van and help him with his injury. At this moment, curses erupted. "I do not agree with his peace treaty." The bunny froze. Just then, a girl ran to Ta Ding Van's side. "Oh my God, Chief Dodo, how did you get hurt?" The bunny smiled excitedly at this. "Oh, the one who wants to compete with me for business has arrived." The bunny proactively flirted. The beastman looked at the bunny like that. Did Ta Ding Van notice? Did he notice that someone dared to show up and steal the bunny's business? The bunny certainly wouldn't allow this to happen. He actively stepped closer to that girl, reaching out his hand towards her, snapping his fingers, and a flower appeared in his hand. With a few sweet words, he had the beautiful young lady mesmerized. Seeing this, Tadin Van's mood was not very pleasant. The bunny leaned close to the beauty and said, "By the way, can I borrow him for a bit? I'm looking for him." Tadin Sha ordered his subordinate to supervise the little bunny, who also chased after those two. Look up. Earlier, it was mentioned that the little bunny met. A mysterious person wants you to help him chase away some people who are a bit cautious around here. This is the territory of the snakes, and they can't cause too much commotion. The masked person said to the little bunny, "Please help me drive them away." The little bunny thought to himself, "All right then, helping out to the end." So he frowned and faced the group behind him, saying, "If you dare to take a step forward, I guarantee that Ta Dingzhou will not spare you." Scarface, hearing this, was not pleased and said, "Do you really think I'm afraid of that snake? Besides, can you prove you know that snake? Don't try to fool me." "No," the little bunny chuckled softly. "The whole Federation knows that the Ta brothers fought over a man at the auction house. Guess who that man is?" At this moment, Scarface seemed to understand something, and he exclaimed, "It's you?" The little bunny confidently replied, "Looks like you're not stupid. There's still hope for you. So quickly take your crew and get out of here. There's no one you want to find. If not, once Tadin Chow finds out I've cheated on him, with so many people knowing, do you think he will let you go? He'll probably gouge your eyes out and stomp on you." Scarface had no choice but to lead his men away. "Let's go. We'll look for somewhere else." Once that group left, the masked person carefully examined the little bunny's face. It really looked similar. Hearing this, the little bunny reached up to touch his own face. "Is there something on my face?" The masked person replied, "Nothing. You can call me AK. I'll be on my way now. If fate allows, we will meet again." The little bunny hurriedly called him back. "Do you know how to avoid Tadin Chow's surveillance to get out of here?" On the Ta family's yacht, the little bunny didn't expect that Xie would not only help him avoid Tadin Chow's surveillance, but also help him board the yacht smoothly. But if Tadin Chow finds out he ran away, he definitely won't let him go because he promised not to run. Well, anyway, he can't swim across the sea to catch me. The little bunny asked, "Does the system have the next mission yet?" The system replied, "This yacht party is hosted by the Ta family, inviting the leaders of the two safe zones to negotiate peace. Unfortunately, during the negotiation, a misunderstanding occurred, accidentally injuring the conference host, Ta Dingyun. Your goal here is to take this opportunity to sneak next to Ta Dingyun and help him with his injury." At this moment, shouts erupted. "I do not agree with his peace treaty." The little bunny froze. Just then, a girl ran up to Ta Dingyun. "Oh my god, Chief, how did you get hurt?" The little bunny saw this and smiled excitedly. "Oh, the person who wants to steal business from me has arrived." The little bunny actively flirted. The beastman looked at the little bunny like this. Would Ta Dingyun be okay with it? They had just talked about this, and someone dared to show up and steal the little bunny's business. Of course, the little bunny wouldn't allow this to happen. He actively stepped closer to the girl, reached out to her, snapped his fingers, and a flower appeared in his hand. With a few sweet words, he had the beautiful young lady captivated. Seeing this, Ta Dingyun's mood was not very pleasant. The little bunny leaned in close to the beauty and said, "By the way, can I borrow him for a bit? I'm looking for him." CA not only helped you avoid Tadin Shaw's surveillance, but also helped you smoothly board the yacht. But if Tadin Chow finds out you ran away, he definitely won't let you off, because you promised him you wouldn't run. Well, anyway, he can't swim across the sea to catch you. The little bunny asks, "Does the system have the next mission yet?" The system replies, "This yacht party is hosted by the Tat family, inviting the leaders of the two safe zones to negotiate peace. Unfortunately, during the negotiation, a misunderstanding occurred, accidentally injuring the host, Ta Din Vun. Your goal here is to take this opportunity to sneak next to Ta Din Vun and help him deal with his injury." At that moment, curses erupted. "I don't agree with his peace agreement." The little bunny froze. Just then, a girl ran up to Ta Din Ven. "Oh my god, Chief, how did you get hurt?" The little bunny smiled excitedly at this. "Oh, someone wants to compete for business with me has arrived." The little bunny actively flirts. The beastman looks at the little bunny like this. Does Tadin Van know about it? It was mentioned earlier, yet someone dares to show up and steal the little bunny's business. Of course, the little bunny won't allow this to happen, so he actively steps up to the girl, reaches out towards her, snaps his fingers, and a flower appears in his hand. With a few sweet words, he has charmed that beautiful young lady. Seeing this, Tadin Van's mood isn't very happy. That beautiful young lady is totally smitten. Seeing that, Tadin Van isn't feeling too great. The little bunny leans closer to the beauty and says, "By the way, can I borrow him for a bit? I'm looking for him. I need to talk." And of course, that girl can express herself. Plus, she even gave the little bunny her room key for tonight. "I'm waiting for him right now, and it's just the little bunny and Ta Din Van left." Ta Din Van asks the little bunny why she's looking for him, and the little bunny avoids him. She replies that it's nothing serious, just that she saw he was hurt and wanted to help him out a bit. Ta Din Van obviously doesn't believe it. There's no way someone suddenly acts nice for no reason. Fi Jiang is so shady, and the little bunny expresses how could it be like that. "Fine, I can't genuinely care about you." So the two of them head to the infirmary together, and the little bunny grabs Ta Din Van's hand, pulling him closer. Treating a regular wound might slow down his recovery a bit, so just wait a second. According to the little bunny, she reaches out and grabs Ta Din Van's collar, saying she has a special way to help his wound heal faster. Then the little bunny stands on her tiptoes and gently licks Ta Din Van's ear, and he feels completely electrified. He reaches out to hold the little bunny's wrist. "Is that your method?" The little bunny smirks. "Of course. Look, isn't your ear stopped bleeding now?" Plus, your blood is really sweet. Tadin Van finally realizes she's teasing him. The little bunny leans in close and asks why he thinks that. She's really worried about him. Even though the fierce Alice told me to attract your attention and become yours, I feel like that's not right. You probably wouldn't want someone with ulterior motives by your side. If we're talking about ulterior motives, I'm just afraid your brother will take me back. Earlier there was a shooting at the bar, and I accidentally got shot. It hurt like hell. Tadin Van looks very suspicious. Are you serious? The little bunny puts on a very pitiful look. Of course I'm serious. Why would I lie to you? If you don't believe me, you can go investigate. Tadin Van raises an eyebrow. Based on what do you think I would help you and not help my brother? The little bunny looks smug, leaning closer to Tadin Van. Because I'm valuable to you. If I hadn't shown up today at the meeting with that lady, her disappointment would have lasted only 5 minutes. But you're different. If you had someone to shield you from the butterflies around you, you'd feel a lot more at ease. Tadin Van glances at the little bunny. Then he reaches out and pinches her chin. Do you want to be mine? The little bunny becomes the person of the beastman snake. And isn't it time to hurry up and catch your wife? Earlier, it was mentioned to complete the mission. The little bunny suggested helping Tadin Van shield from the butterflies around him. Tadin Van reaches out to pinch the little bunny's chin and then slowly leans in closer. The little bunny sees this and panics. They just agreed, and this pace seems too fast. Then at that moment, Tadin Van suddenly bursts out laughing. You don't even want to kiss me, yet you dare to play these schemes? I believe you received orders from Countess Alice, but that's definitely not your real goal. The little bunny feels a bit guilty hearing this. So you want me to kiss you? I thought you wanted me to smell your breath. Tadin Van frowns after hearing this. At this moment, the little bunny suddenly takes the initiative to get closer to Tadin Van. Is that how it is? Maybe it's not what you want. Tadin Van stays silent for 2 seconds. Then he takes the initiative to steal the little bunny's breath. The little bunny feels this guy's instincts are sharper than she thought. You really can't catch a tiger cub without entering the tiger's den, but his lips are so soft. Tadin Van lifts the little bunny's chin again, reminding her to remember not to do that in the future. At the meeting with that little lady earlier, her disappointment probably only lasted 5 minutes, but he was not the same. If he had someone to shield him from the butterflies around him, he would feel much more at ease. Tadin Van glanced at the little bunny, then he reached out and pinched the boy's chin. Do you want to be mine? The little bunny became the property of the beastman, and he should hurry to bring his wife home. Previously, it was mentioned to complete the mission. The little bunny offered to help Tadin Van fend off the butterflies around him. Tadin Van reached out to pinch the little bunny's chin, then slowly leaned in closer. The little bunny panicked at this, thinking that they just agreed, but this pace seemed too fast. Then Tadin Van suddenly laughed. You don't even want to kiss me, yet you dare to play these little schemes. I believe you took orders from Baroness Alice, but that definitely isn't your real intention. The little bunny felt a bit guilty upon hearing this. So you want me to kiss you? I thought you wanted me to smell your breath. Tadin Van frowned at that. At this moment, the little bunny suddenly took the initiative to get close to the chief. Is that how it is? Maybe that's not what you want. Tadin Van was silent for 2 seconds. Then he took the initiative to steal the little bunny's breath away. The little bunny felt this guy's instincts were sharper than he thought. Indeed, you can't catch a tiger cub without entering the tiger's den, but his lips were really soft. Tadin Van lifted the little bunny's chin again, reminding him to remember not to do that in the future. So, feeling a bit shy, you want me to kiss you? I thought you wanted me to smell your breath. Tadin Van frowned after hearing this. At this moment, the little bunny suddenly takes the initiative to get close to the chief. Is this how it is? Perhaps it's not what you want. Tadin Van fell silent for 2 seconds. Then he takes the initiative to steal the little bunny's breath. The little bunny feels this person's instincts are sharper than he thought. Indeed, you can't catch a tiger cub without entering the tiger's den, but his lips are really soft. Tadin Van lifts the little bunny's chin again, reminding him to remember. It's true that you can't catch a tiger cub without entering the tiger's den, but his lips are so soft. Tadin Van lifts the little bunny's chin again, reminding him to remember, not to do that in the future. When the little bunny asked the others, so how do I get Tadin Van to directly fluff up? The scolding echoed, and the little bunny quickly expressed, I get it now. From now on, I can't kiss anyone except for the head of the city, Tadin. First, our relationship will be kept a secret from the outside. You must stay in my house and follow my arrangements. Moreover, keep your distance from my brother. In the end, that's the most important thing. You must remember that you are just a substitute for Tam Trung. You are not allowed to love me, not at all. It's just a delusion. I will treat you the same way I treat Tam Tran. The little bunny listened and cheerfully agreed. I will definitely do it. At this moment, the system reminded that mission BA was completed. Over here, Tadin Van suspiciously asked, "Are you serious? Don't say you can do it but then not follow through." The little bunny expressed, "I'm serious, even more than gold. Although the head of the city is very talented, we are not a match made in heaven. No matter what, his other half is Tam Trung." But upon hearing that, Tadin Van was not happy. He told the little bunny to shut up. "You go outside, I need to rest." The little bunny obeyed. After chasing away his people, he was confused. What did I do to make him angry? These two brothers have such strange personalities. At this moment, Tadin Sha was approaching the yacht. His subordinate reported, "Boss, we are almost there." Tadin Sha was not very pleased and just grunted. His subordinate felt that their boss was really scary. That runaway guy is in for it this time. Tadin Shao's gaze turned icy. "Get on the boat. It's time for the cat and mouse game to finally begin." The battle for the little bunny between the two wolf brothers and the snake officially started. They scared their little bunny, who could only tremble and hide in a corner. At this moment, the little bunny was silently looking outside when suddenly the system appeared and asked, "How did you just turn into a rose? Do you know how to do magic?" The little bunny expressed that he had hidden the rose on him. Then he used a little skill to make that girl think the rose appeared on her. In the little bunny's world, there were many videos explaining the principles of these magic tricks. He could only tremble in a corner. At this moment, the little bunny was silently watching Ra outside the system. Suddenly, Ra appeared and asked the little bunny how he turned Ra into a rose just now. "Do you know magic?" The little bunny expressed that he had hidden that rose on him. Then he used a little skill to make that flower appear on her. In the little bunny's world, there are many videos explaining the principles of these magic tricks right now. That flower appeared on her. In the little bunny's world, there are many videos explaining the principles of these magic tricks right now.